Okay, guys, we got to talk about this. The whole racist young Republican group chat, okay, that was leaked. Dude, it is disgusting and insane. Get your bingo cards, kids, ready, because you're going to be hitting every slur. What I wanted to say about this is what I think is hilarious about it is that they keep painting it as though it was kids making dark, edgy jokes. First of all, these were not young kids. They're 24 to 35. These are adults, okay? These were young Republican adults that are trying to become leaders, okay? Making not just jokes, not just slurs, like they checked every box. I mean, it is like, you know what we should use? Oh my God, we have to turn this video into a game. We have to turn this video into a game. We're gonna have to do a scavenger hunt. So when you see something anti-Semitic, homophobic, if it's about slavery or the N-word, okay? Those are your 5. Look for them. They're there. It's literally bingo game carding for racism. It's crazy. What I think is very interesting about this is our Vice President, J.D. Vance, because obviously, you know that he denounced this type of rhetoric, this chat. Just kidding. No, he didn't. He said that we shouldn't cancel a bunch of young kids just cracking dark, edgy jokes.
The reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes like that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke.
First of all, not kids. 24 to 35, that's not a kid. You're not kids, you're adults. And these were not jokes. These are young Republican leaders, right? People who want to get into certain positions of power. But then everybody's supposed to be all upset about Charlie Kirk dying. But then when someone makes a joke about that, oh, the left, they're violent, they're crazy, they're terrorists. Are you kidding me? Just you wait till you see this chat. I'm glad this shit was leaked. All of them. And I'm telling you right now, people that are MAGA Republicans, they're racist. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if I'm painting a broad stroke over a lot of people. If you're MAGA, I'm not talking Republican. If you're your bullshit conservative Republican, whatever. But if you are MAGA, if you stand behind Trump, if you stand behind J.D. Vance, if you're MAGA Republican, you're a racist. That's what you are. That is the undercurrent of everything with them is hate, misogyny, homophobia, racism. That's it. That's it. If you're a MAGA Republican, you're hateful. I don't give a shit. Drop your comments. Tell me all you want how wrong I am. But then, point a MAGA person out to me that seems to be doing the right thing. All right. Enough of that rant. Now let's talk about it. Well, let's read the article. If you're driving, you can keep driving. Actually, do keep driving. If you're cleaning, keep cleaning. I'm just going to read the article to you guys so you know what the hell is going on. And I just, again, want to reiterate, these are not kids. These are grown-ass adults making these kind of comments. Okay? Okay. I love Hitler. Leaked messages expose young Republicans' racist chat. Thousands of private messages reveal young GOP leaders joking about gas chambers, slavery, and leaders of young Republican groups throughout the country worried what would happen if their Telegram chat ever got leaked, but they kept typing anyway. They referred to black people as monkeys and the watermelon people, and mused about putting their political opponents in gas chambers. They talked about raping their enemies and driving them to suicide and lauded Republicans who believed they support slavery. William Hendricks, the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair, used the words the N-word and the N-word in variations of a racial slur more than a dozen times in the chat. Bobby Walker, the vice chair of the New York State Young Republicans at the time, referred to rape as epic. Epic! Peter Gunther, who at the time was chair of the same organization, wrote in a message sent in June that everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. Gunther was referring to an upcoming vote on whether he should become chair of the Young Republican National Federation, the GOP's 15,000-member political organization for Republicans between 18 and 40 years old. I'm going to create some of the greatest psychological torture methods known to man. We only want true believers, he continued. 2 members of the chat responded. Now here, look it. Everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. When do we start our bullying? We have a solid 3 people who can have them want to jump. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? When do we bring that side out? I'm going to create some of the greatest psychological torture methods known to man. His reply to why would we why would we gas them if they vote for us? We only want true believers. Can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the Hitler aesthetic. I'm ready to watch people burn now. We got to pretend like we like them. Hey, come on in, take a nice shower, and relax. Boom, they're dead. Some of the people in this group chat, by the way, are Peter Gunther, Bobby Walker, Ann Katie, Joe Maligno, Rachel Hope, Alex Dwyer. Disgusting Okay. I'm ready to watch people burn now was Annie Katie, a f***ing woman. The exchange is part of the trove of Telegram chats obtained by Politico and spanning more than 7 months of messages among young Republican leaders in New York, Kansas, Arizona, and Vermont. The chat offers an unfiltered look at how a new generation of GOP activists talk when they think no one is listening. Since Politico began making inquiries, one member of the group chat is no longer employed at their job, and another's job was rescinded. Prominent New York Republicans, including Rep. Elise Stefanik and State Senate Minority Leader Rob Ort, have denounced that chat. And festering resentments among young Republicans have now turned into public re-incriminations, including allegations of character assassination and extortion. A liberating atmosphere. The 2,900 pages of chats shared among a dozen millennial and Gen Z Republicans between early January and mid-August chronicle their campaign to seize control of the Young Republican organization on a hardline pro-Donald Trump platform. Many of the chat members already work inside government or party politics, and one serves as a state senator. These are people that are going to be in roles of leadership, or they already are. Together, the messages reveal a culture where racist, anti-Semitic, and violent rhetoric circulate freely, and where the Trump-era loosening of political norms has made such talk feel less taboo among those positioning themselves as the party's next leaders. The more political atmosphere is open and liberating, like it has been with emergence of Trump and more right-wing GOP even before him. It opens up young people and older people to telling racist jokes, making racist commentary in private and in public, said Joe Fagan, a Texas A&M sociology professor who has studied racism for the last 60 years. He's also concerned that the words would be applied to public policy. It's chilling, of course, because they will act on these views. The dynamic of easy racism and casual cruelty played out in the dark, vivid fashion inside the chats, where campaign talk and party gossip blurred into streams of slurs and violent fantasies. Here's Peter Gunta, this fat fuck. Look at this loser. Look at that loser. Ugh. The group chat members spoke freely about the pressure to cow to Trump to avoid being called a rhino, the love of Nazis within their party's right wing, and the president's alleged work to suppress documents related to wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein's child sex crimes. Trump's too busy burning the Epstein files, Alex Dwyer, the chair of the Kansas Young Republicans, wrote in one instance. Dwyer and Katie declined to comment. Maligno and Hendricks did not return requests for comment. But some involved in the chat did respond publicly. Junta claimed that the release of this chat is part of the highly coordinated year-long character assassination led by Gavin Wax and the New York City Young Republican Club, in allusion to a once obscured internecine where that has been now spilled into the open. These logs were sourced by way of extortion and provided to Politico by the very same people conspiring against me, he said. What's most disheartening is that despite the unwavering support of President Trump since 2016, Rouge members of his administration include Gavin Wax have participated in this conspiracy to ruin me publicly simply because I challenged them privately. Wax, a staffer in Trump's State Department, formerly led the New York Young Republican Club, a separate city-based group that is at odds with the state organization, the New York State Young Republicans. He declined to comment. Despite his allusions to infighting, Gunta still apologized. I am so sorry to those offended by the insensitive and inexcusable language found within more than 28,000 messages of a private group chat that I created during my campaign to lead the Young Republicans, he said. While I take complete responsibility, I have had no way of verifying their accuracy and am deeply concerned that the message logs in question may have been deceptively doctored. This lion-ass motherfucker. At least one person in the Telegram chat works in the Trump administration, Michael Bartels, who, according to his LinkedIn account, serves as a senior advisor in the Office of General Counsel within the U.S. Small Business Administration. Bartels did not have much to say in the chat, but he didn't offer any pushback against the offensive rhetoric in it either. He declined to comment. 251 times. Mixed into formal conversations about whipping votes, social media strategy, and logistics, the members of the chat slung around an array of slurs, which Politico is republishing to show how they spoke. It's like the F word, retarded, and the N-word appeared more than 251 times combined. In one instance, Walker, who at the time was a staffer for Ort, talked about how a mutual friend of someone in the chat dated this very obese Indian woman for a period of time. Gunter responded that the woman was not Indian. She just didn't bathe often. Samuel Douglas, a state senator from northern Vermont and the head of the state's Young Republicans, replied to Gunter. Okay? This is disgusting, guys. This is disgusting. They're fucked up people. Gunta was the most prominent voice in the chat, spreading racist messages, often encouraged or liked by other members. When Luke Mosiman, the chair of the Arizona Young Republicans, asked if the New Yorkers in the chat were watching an NBA playoff game, Gunta responded, I'd go to the zoo if I wanted to watch monkey play ball. Good to Elsewhere refers to black people as the watermelon people. This is disgusting, guys. I can't even continue reading this fucking article. It is gross. It's abhorrent. They're disgusting. Ooh, here's some more messages. Yeah, I had some back and forth with the VC in Michigan. Current chair is a deer in headlights. We have a call Wednesday. Many agree. He did say, my delegates I bring will vote for the most right-wing person. Great. I love Hitler. White supremacist symbols. Gibson reviewed multiple excerpts of the Young Republicans chat provided by Politico. One was a late July message where Mosiman, the chair of the Arizona Young Republicans, mused about how the group could win support for their preferred candidate by linking an opponent to white supremacist groups. But Mosiman then realized the plan could backfire. Kansas Young Republicans could end up becoming attracted to that opponent. Can we get them to start realizing Nazi edits with her, like pro-Nazi and fascism propaganda? He asked the group. Oh my God, I love this plan. Rachel Hope, the Arizona Young Republican events chair, responded. The only problem is we will lose the Kansas delegation, Mosiman said. Hope and the two Kansas Young Republicans in the chat reacted with a laughing face to the message. Hope did not respond to the request for comment. Mosiman declined to comment. Gibson said the Young Republicans' conversation reminded him of an online discussion between members of a neo-Nazi and white supremacist group. You say it once or twice, it's a joke, but you say it 251 times, it's no longer a joke, Gibson said. The more we repeat certain ideas, the more real they become to us. Weeks later, someone in the chat, staying in a hotel, asks its members to guess what room we're in. 1488, Dwyer responds. White supremacists use the number 1488 because 14 is the number of words in the white supremacist slogan. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. H is the 8th letter in the alphabet, and 88 is often used as a shorthand for Heil Hitler. In another conversation in February, oh my God, this article. Oh my God, like, guys, this is... Okay, here's some more. Joe, did you look it up yet? Just did. Probably shouldn't have on my work computer. Sex is gay. Sex. It was rape. Epic. Disgusting. This is Samuel Douglas. He's one of the racist dickheads. And God, they all look the same, don't they? They're all just fat slobs. Fat fucking slobs. I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted by that article. I had to skip through it. I couldn't even read the whole thing. It's insane. Anyway, we had to talk about it. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Dumb assholes. Dumb assholes. Now, some of these people did lose their jobs, as they should, because if we're going to fire people over a fucking Charlie Kirk joke, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go both ways here. And I think we could do one better. Some of them are losing their jobs and stuff, but you know what I think? I'm gonna go where it hurts. Hello? Is this Peter's mom? Anyway, I'm Ceci. This is the Putting You On Pod. I put you on. Now you hit subscribe. Thanks.